So, FNAF Plus got a new trailer. It dropped early for the 7-year anniversary of FNAF, and, well, it sure was something. Creepy, mysterious, a really great example for why people are so excited for the whole FNAF Fanverse thing. Turns out that this thing is also absolutely full of secrets, some of which turned out to be hidden really well. I figured I'd go ahead and make this video to share the secrets I found, and I figured while I'm at it, I might as well point out some Easter eggs too. Some of the children's posters in the hall reference the FNAF book series. There, and there, see? I think this one might be referencing the Happiest Day minigame from FNAF 3? Freddy pops its head off like a Pez dispenser, which also happens in the original game. The empty suit seen at the end of the teaser has blood and human eyes coming out of it, like the death screen from FNAF 1. Squishy. The poster in the office is almost identical to the one in FNAF 1.
The fan.
The puppet mask is seen here, and here. What, can't see it? Let me help. Still can't? There we go. Now we just add this. Maybe this hot chick will help you see it. We never find out what's in the box. Unless we do. Foxy probably killed the ghost hunter. Here's a brightened image. Here's a picture of Foxy from the FNAF Plus Twitter account. Here's Alligator Loki. The heads all turning when the ghost hunter is trapped in the parts and surfaces room is a reference to the time that they did that in the original game. Also, that is absolutely terrifying. The Helpy poster has the same rules as the rules poster from FNAF 1. When the ghost hunter enters the restaurant, you can see that the sign says closed. This is a reference to the fact that many dining establishments close at night. The song at the end is telling the kid that there is no escape. I stole this fact from the comment section. There's some metal thing walking around the place, I think. It's really not very clear to see what this thing is, and I'm not here to speculate on the lore, just the secrets. It seems to show up in the places where the ghost hunter goes, so... Ghost hunter's weird metal thing confirmed? This one is probably the second easiest message to decode, and most people probably notice the weird audio during the scene it plays. Simply reversing the audio gets us most of the way to a decoded message. Slowing the message down by 1/3 makes the audio easier to interpret, and we can start to figure out that this is a company memo being played in reverse. I've gone ahead and reassembled the audio in its original form, which I'll play with my best approximation of the transcript in the center of the screen.
Notice to staff. Due to the events that have transpired this evening, all scheduled character shows and events are to be put on hold indefinitely. Please limit any and all interactions between patrons and the main cast to only reliable and well-tested performance routines. And for your own safety, always keep in mind the following guidelines regarding staff interactions with the animatronic cast. Don't stand in front of or directly behind cast. Don't make direct eye contact with cast. Don't stand on elevated platforms used by cast. Don't make any sudden movement while in view of cast. Don't allow any foreign bright lights near cast. Don't touch, move, push, pull, manipulate, or tamper with cast in any way. Don't attempt to clean or inspect any unusual material left on cast. As we cannot afford to decommission any more characters at this current time, it's in the best interest of everyone working at this establishment to follow these guidelines. Lastly, if there's any questions or issues regarding this notice, make sure to get in contact with our intern to resolve them. Thank you. Management.
During this segment, a bunch of text flashes on screen for 1 frame at a time. It's possible to reassemble the full text by simply pausing on the frames where it appears. I've placed the full original text here on the left, with my transcript on the right. Do with this as you will. The method of reconstructing this one is almost identical to the previous one. During this scene with the Bonnie suit in the employee-only room, you can see flashes of what looks like static. Reassembling the static reveals a company memo discussing an incident with a damaged security camera. Here's the original image, and here's the transcript. Alright, this brings us to the first of the 2 difficult ones. During this part of the video, there's actually a secret code that takes forever to decode, and I should know because I did it. As you can see here, the timer for the security camera seems to be malfunctioning, showing random letters and numbers instead of the proper time. Except, turns out that they aren't random. If you flip the image and then painstakingly write out each letter individually, one by one, you get a maintenance checklist, which I've helpfully transcribed. I'm not sure what this first section is, except I think that this portion probably stands for checklist. This is then followed by a list of 12 maintenance and performance procedures for the animatronics. The performances are wake up, look around, audience greeting, small talk, friendly laugh, birthday jingle, waving loop, idling loop, start show, and holiday special. These 10 are all fairly innocuous, and sound like the kind of thing you'd need animatronic performers to be able to do. Keep the first one in mind though, we see wake up appear in one of the other secrets as well. The last 2 procedures are different, being safety protocol and manual control override. Maybe that last one is implying we can manually control the animatronics in some alternate mode or special night? Who knows? Each performance or maintenance is also marked with whether it has passed inspection or failed, and whether the operation is available or not. It looks like the holiday special and birthday jingle both failed and are unavailable. Unsurprisingly for FNAF, the safety protocol and manual control operations also failed, but strangely enough, manual control override is still available. I should also mention that manual control and the friendly laugh are marked for some reason, but I'm not sure why. Finally, there's a notes section, presumably written by management, instructing whoever is working on the animatronics to ignore fixing friendly laugh, birthday jingle, safety protocol, and manual control override, suspiciously enough. The notes section ends with a request to fix the holiday special performance before the end of the year, and if issues persist, to factor backup holiday outfits into the budget. Ho ho ho. During the shot showing the metal shutters at the entrance of the pizzeria closing, there is a weird staticky mess sliding across the screen. I noticed this early in the process of making this video, and thought I'd go and quickly decode whatever it said, just like everything else. That was a mistake. The first few times I had to take a bunch of text and combine it together into one image took about 15 minutes each, because I had to export each frame individually and reassemble the image into one picture. Both of those had about 15 or maybe 20 frames. This one had 127. It took me an hour and a half just to reassemble the image, and then I had to decode the thing. At least I have something to show for it. Here it is in all its beauty. Wonderful, isn't it? Okay, let's start with the obvious. This is probably the shape of something? I don't know. It looks kind of like a room to me with 4 walls. Maybe a table or something in the middle. A friend of mine said it looks kind of like the Take Cake minigame from FNAF 2, but I have no idea. Also, the bottom text spells wake up in giant letters, maybe referencing the wake up performance from the security camera code. The text itself is pretty hard to read, and there's no way in hell I'm transcribing this whole thing, so let's just look around and see if anything catches our eye. And oh, actually, I know what this is. This text is taken from The Mask of the Red Death by Edgar Allan Poe. I'm not really sure why, but that's cool. I can't find anything pertaining to the game in here, so let's just move on to the conclusion. Well, I guess that's it. Don't subscribe to me based on this content. I almost definitely won't be doing it again. My next video is on the ISS and will probably come out this month, so if you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe, I guess. Otherwise, have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed.